La 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 la. La 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 la. Yeah. Just waiting for some people to get on here. That's about it. Hey, Dominique. What's up, Joy? What's up, Anderson? Yep. Dominique, when you coming back down here with those sex toys, girl? I love me some Dominique. Her business, sex toy business. That's right. It's time for Ready, Set, Go. I'm on here now. I'm live on here now. I'm trying to see who's talking. Hey, what's up, Cliff? And yes, people are coming on. I love it. Tony Parks. What's up, everybody? You know what today is. What's going on, everybody? Today is what? That infamous day of the week that I simply love so much, right? I love it so much because this is the day, this is it, that I get to get on here, what? And inspire you to become the best version of yourself. But not only that, to inspire you to try to live your best life possible, right? That's right. We're going to live our best life fearlessly. That's what we want to do. So it is Ready, Set, Go Day. It is my favorite, all-time favorite show. Of course, I've been on here for over 100 episodes. I mean, I simply, what's up, Terry? I love it. Well, today I wanted to talk about something. Oh, I'm sorry. For you guys that are just logging on, this is how we do it. If you're in your car, right, you can't possibly like take any notes, so don't do it. But if you're at your home or something like that, take out your journal, right? We always have a journal, and just write down the quick tips I'm going to give you today, because that's what it's all about. What's up, Paul? It's all about writing down the tips that I give you and try to use them in your day-to-day, right? So that's what Ready, Set, Go is all about. I am Dr. Catlin. I'm always here every Wednesday at 10 o'clock for 13 minutes. So look, today I posted up this thing that said bloop, and guess what? Life goes on. That's essentially how life is. You know, bloop. It's like bloop, like, wow, this happened to me. And most of the time we tend to dwell on what has happened. And while we're dwelling on it, life is still going on. It's called being stuck. So today I want to give you all 4 quick tips on, how not to be stuck. Because in life, we're going to go through so many things, and you cannot let it kind of like paralyze you. You have to continue to move forward. So I'm going to tell you how to deal with stuff when it goes bloop, and it's like life still goes on and you're still sitting here, stuck. So this is what it is. Number 1, there's 4 quick tips. Tell your story. When something happens to you, no matter what it is, when you have that bloop moment and you realize life is still going on, people are still functioning out here except for you. You became stuck. You have to start to just tell your story. Whatever it is that happened, tell your story. Don't be ashamed of the story, because the thing is, when you start to tell your story, whatever has happened, it helps you to digest, what has happened. It helps you to deal with your feelings. And not only that, it allows you to really to just share with people what you went through or what you've been through, okay? So tell your story. That's number 1. Like, we so many times we are ashamed of the story. Don't be ashamed of the story. You have to tell people the story, whatever it is. My restaurant closed August the 20th. If anybody came in my office, I told them the story. Okay. No, I didn't tell the story on social media, but people that came around me, I told the story because the story was very hurtful to me. So by me being able to tell people the story, okay, it allowed me to continue to what? Lift all of that negativity and all the stuff, all the sorrow out of my spirit, out of my soul, so I can continue to function, because life goes on. When the restaurant closed on the 20th, trust me, on the 21st, it still was a vacant restaurant. Life goes on. So that's why you have to tell the story, because you can't sit and sulk on something. You got to keep moving. And by telling your story and being unapologetic about your story, okay, whatever it is, don't be ashamed of your story. However you handle something, whatever you did, share it. Because I'm telling you, when I told my story to certain people, guess what? They didn't have the same story, but they were kind of going through something similar, on, something was happening in their life. So just by me expressing, my feelings, my thoughts, it allowed them to also, kind of like feel what you were talking about in reference to themselves. So telling your story, don't ever be ashamed of it. You know what I'm saying? That was number one. Number two, when something happens, don't be afraid to invite new people into your life. You have to invite new people into your life, because when it goes bloop and life continues to go on, this is because, something major happened. And so because of something major happening, you have to really try to invite new people into your life. Why new people? It's because new people can bring like a different type of sunshine into your world. They don't know about your story, right? They don't know what you're going through. So this is a fresh mind, a fresh body, a fresh spirit, a fresh soul that's coming around you. And you kind of invite them into your, into your life a little bit. Maybe you went to dinner. Maybe you hung out for a little bit. Maybe you just sat around and talked about nothing. But the point of the matter is, the person is a new person in your life, which brings new opportunity. It brings new feelings, and it helps you to deal with whatever you're dealing with. So trust me when I say invite new people into your life, because that's essentially what I did. When I've had the worst last 30 days or whatever it is, I call it my worst, but I have met so many new people, right, that I feel like I'm actually in a different county. That's just how amazing it is, They didn't know anything about me, you know what I mean? There was no prejudgment. I invite them to my life. They tell me some stuff that I never heard of and make me smile. So inviting new people into your life when you're going through something is so very important. It helps you to continue to move because, right, life goes on and you have to go on, right? So that's number two. Number three, don't be afraid to look at how far you have come. Every time that we go through something, we are our own worst critic. Every single time. There's nobody worse than yourself. We are always being hard on ourselves, because I know that we want to do better. But always remember this: when you're going through something, don't be afraid to look at how far you have come. Pat your own damn back. Look back and say, wow, look where I was 5 years ago. Or look where I was 10 years ago. Or look where I was last year. Pat your own self on the back, boost your own self up. And I'm telling you, when you look back to see how far you've come, this setback that you're having now, or whatever you're going through right now, it will seem so minute and so small. You will see that, wow, this one situation doesn't frame or determine who I am. Look at where I came from. I have so many capabilities. You have to really learn to pat your own back and to boost your own self up. You have to empower yourself. I'm telling you, when I look back over my life you can go through your social media timeline and go all the way back. If you just look at even just how some things you've been posting and stuff, how they've changed, how you've evolved, So there's so many wonderful, powerful, impactful things that I'm sure that you have done throughout your life. For you, when you look back, you'll be very, very proud of yourself. So when life happens, stuff happens, don't be afraid to look back and pat your own back. Give your own self that credit, Give yourself credit for how far you've come. Don't wait on anybody to do it. You do it, okay? It feels better. When I pat my own back, it feels good, okay? So try it. When I hug my own self, I love it. So try hugging yourself, right? That was number three. And number four, and you guys know I'm a big stickler for self-care. I am a stickler for it. There's nothing more powerful in the world but to take care of yourself. I'm telling you what I know. You have to have real strict discipline when it comes to self-care. The same way when you get a headache, you take something for it. The same way you get a cold, you take something for it. It's the same. When you're emotionally drained, you are mentally drained, you are physically drained, the same way you take care of a cold or a headache, you have to take care of your body, your temple, your mind, everything. You have to take care of you. Self-care is so high. It should be so high in your life, Because if you are not taking care of yourself, you're going to stay stuck. I mean, it's just like I said, bloop. You know, bloop, life continues to go on, and you're not going to be able to go on, you know. So self-care is like, I'm a stickler to it. I'm such a stickler that I created a whole holistic spa around self-care. You know, it is what it is. You have to take time for self. I'm telling you, sometimes taking time for self is disconnecting from the world. Sometimes it is really sitting and meditating and praying or whatever it may be. You know, you have to take time. It's that mind, body, soul. Sometimes self is, you know, having discipline to, no matter what, go outside and walk and smell the nature. You know, take time. Listen to something that's empowering in your ears. You know, self-care. Drinking all the water you're supposed to drink. Eating healthy. You know, really trying to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? And digesting stuff that's beneficial to your internal self. So, you know, read something that's going to be nourishing to your mind. You know, self-care. Take that moment for yourself. Disconnect from the world. When something hard hits you and you feel, you know, life just continued to went on and you didn't feel like you went on with life, it's because you really got to really focus and do some self-care for yourself. I'm a stickler to it. I don't, you know, I'm telling you, I make myself a priority. If you don't make yourself a priority, I'm telling you, you will be no good for nobody. You won't be able to be successful in your career, at your job, in your business. You have to make yourself a priority. And I'm telling you, the quicker that you start to do this, the quicker you will find out that just like life kept going, so did you. Those were 4 tips. Remember what I said. Number 1 was simply like this. Don't ever be afraid of your story. Tell your story. Your story will be a blessing to someone else. I promise you. The moment you start to tell your story and you're unapologetic about it, you're really telling the story from the root, from your gut. Like, it's like so painful to you and you're telling your story, you know, to someone else. Believe what I'm telling you. Somehow, some way, your story will bless someone else. So don't ever be ashamed of your story. Don't ever be ashamed to tell people your story, you know, and don't be ashamed at all. And don't apologize for your story. It is what it is. From your story, trust me, there's so many life lessons in your story, you know, that for real, people need to know about it because that's how we all grow as people. So do not be afraid to tell your story, especially if it's a situation or something that's, you know, that kind of like changed your life, or, you know, when I say bloop, life kept going on. It could be right now, immediate situation, or it could be something that happened in the past, you know, and you've been stuck from that. But what I'm saying is always tell your story. Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. Be honest about your past. Be honest about where you came from, because I'm telling you, that's your character. You know, that's how you're built up. That's how you know about values. You know about your morals. It comes from your story. You know, your past. So don't be afraid of that. That's what make you, right? Number 2, always invite new people into your life. Invite new people into your life, because when you invite new people into your life, they're going to bring a different kind of sunshine to you. You ever go outside and look straight at the sun, hold your head up there and let all the vitamin D like really hit your face? That is the most amazing feeling ever. When I go walking around Tucker Road early in the morning, the sun hits on one particular bench every single day the same way. I sit on that bench for like a whole hour and let the sun just beam on me, because it feels good beaming all the way through my head, through my body. When you invite people into your life, new people into your life, that's the same exact feeling that you're going to have, because they're new, they're fresh, they can bring something else to your spirit. You know what I mean? Especially when you're going through something. So don't ever be afraid of that. You know, don't be afraid of meeting and inviting new people into your life. It's a good thing. Number 3 was, always remember to pat yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back, because you have come so far. And the biggest, you know, don't wait for anybody else to tell you, oh, you're great and, you know, look how far you've come, girl. No, tell it to yourself. Look back at yourself and say, well, dang, this is how far I came. That's amazing. So no matter what the situation is, it's like, you're in beast mode. You know, look how far you've come. Always remember that. Pat your own damn back. That's what I tell people all the time. Don't wait on somebody to pat your back. Don't wait on your husband. Don't wait on your family. Don't wait on your friends. Pat your own back, especially when you're in the middle or in the midst of going through something. You have to boost yourself up, empower yourself. That's what I call it, empowerment of yourself, right? You have to do that. And then number 4, which I always I stick to it to a T, it is self-care. You have to take care of yourself. The same way you take care of yourself when you have a headache or a cold, you go to the doctors, you do whatever. It's the same thing. When you are emotionally drained, physically drained, mentally drained, you have to take a moment for you. Make yourself a priority. I do it on a continual basis. I can go hard, grind all the way down to the nitty gritty, but trust and believe this. I practice self-care in everything, every part of my life, right? There's nothing that can sway me from it. It's nothing more important than me and my temple, right? So you have to do it as well. Those were 4 tips for today. When life continues to go on, it's like a bloop effect. I want you to know how to continue to move forward as well. Don't stay stuck, my friends. Always strive to continue to move, because when you continue to move, I'm telling you, you don't know what's on the opposite side of the door of the mountain around the corner. You just don't know. So if you stay stuck, you will never get to see the beauty of what's waiting for you. So these are just 4 quick tips. Check this out. Next Saturday, October the 13th, you guys have heard me talking about it. It's my 5th annual social brunch. This is my 5th year just getting some people together, coming together and celebrating something. This year we are celebrating how to live our best life fearlessly. So it's next Saturday, October the 13th. And if you go to my website at www.be-fearlesstv.com, and if you really want to step out there and start to live your life, live your best life, but not just your best life, but to live it fearlessly, come on out to the at my annual social brunch and just celebrate with us, meet some new people, and together we will start this journey, because 2019 is coming. And I don't know about you, but when I look back at 2018, there's some parts of 2018 I wish was a little bit better. And so the thing is, I need to jumpstart, fearlessly living my best life before 2019 gets here. So next Saturday is a celebration. It is not one of these events where you're going to come and everybody's just up there talking and stuff. We don't talk, we celebrate. It's a brunch. So we're, celebrating how to live our best life, and we're going to live it fearlessly. So join me. It's super, super exciting. And also, that's next Saturday. But today in my store, I am so excited. At 6:00 p.m., it is the first Wednesday of the month. So every first Wednesday is a big happy hour in my store. And today we have the educated wino. He will be here doing wine tasting all night long from 6 to 9. So if you're in the area, stop by, because it's open to the public and it is free and we have fun. So tonight we're tasting wine, learning about wine. So we're excited about that. So join me tonight, next week, whenever you want to. But always remember to go to my website at www.be-fearlesstv.com and snag your ticket, right? See what's coming up. And just know that I have a new brand that's coming out soon. New website, new brand, new everything. So it's all for you all. This is my best day of the week. I am Dr. Catlin, and I appreciate you all. Share this video. If someone is stuck in a rut, forward it, share it to them, because remember, it's all about sharing the good news with any and everybody that we love. So until next Wednesday, be good and get out here. Don't get stuck. Keep moving forward, because remember, life doesn't stop. Life doesn't stop moving, time doesn't stop ticking, and the earth will always rotate. So you got to be in the know and you got to keep it moving. Talk to you guys next Wednesday, and go and snag your ticket for my annual brunch. We're going to have a super fantastic time. Bye.